Welcome to Children's Ministry 101, Volunteer Training on the Run. Today, let's talk about discipline. And we'll do several talks about discipline, but discipline comes from the word disciple, which means to follow. We want to make sure that we're following Jesus and that we're following the rules. And so when we think about discipline, think about how it comes and it begins with being told what to do, having boundaries created for you, and then it moves on to self-discipline. All of us know something about self-discipline. It might be because we eat too much at a sitting or because we learn to exercise, but nobody as an adult, hopefully, is told constantly, you need to go to the gym, or you need to eat healthy foods, or you need to lower your portions, or you need to read every day. Those kind of things we begin to do on our own. But think about with children. They don't know those things naturally. Naturally, they will touch the light socket when they're little. Naturally, they will look over the stairs and could fall because they don't know the boundaries yet. So as adults, we're helping to create boundaries for children, to teach them what's okay and what's not, with the hopes that they begin to make their own boundaries and then follow the rules and have self-discipline. So how do we do that? Well, we set up parameters in the room. So we set up rules. It could be we use our hands for helping and not for hurting. It could be we use kind words. It could be we listen to the volunteer teacher. It could be we are kind to our friends. Whatever those boundaries are, we have to make sure that they're told. So it's okay to have rules in a classroom. It's actually a good thing. Boundaries make us feel safer. Then, when those rules aren't followed, we remind the kids, hey, don't forget, we use our hands for helping, not for hurting, if they hit their friend or if they do something that looks a little suspicious. We remind the kids about boundaries. And then, if they act out and don't follow those boundaries, there has to be a consequence. Just like with a pet who leaves, if they're on a leash and they go too far, it pulls a little bit on their neck when they go too far. But we know that we're keeping them safe because they aren't running into the road to get hit by a car. In the same way, it's almost like providing boundaries creates a safe distance, but it also says if you don't keep these boundaries, and I've told you already and I've reminded you already, there is a consequence. Sometimes it hurts. Not physically in the classroom where we're working with children, but it can hurt our pride a little bit, or maybe it can hurt because we can't spend time with our friends for a few minutes. So there has to be some sort of a natural consequence. And so with discipline, we remember moving from being told what to do and us as adults setting up boundaries to being able to do it on our own. That goes with us setting boundaries, reminding of the boundaries, and then having natural consequences when those rules aren't followed.